I don't wear makeup because I feel like if I set found the barrier really, really low.
Yep.
When I do, this is what people are getting. When I go to the shops, when I go to an event, when I go to a birthday, this is what you get.
What you see is what you get.
100%. So when I put on makeup,
Yep.
People are like, whoa, wow. Whereas, if you wear makeup every day, I can't get better than this. This is all I've got.
Have a good podcast, everyone. 3, 2, 1. All right, welcome back to another sauna sessions with Shay in the barrel sauna today. We've got Emily Bitkow and Cheryl Slender. They've just done the deluxe package. We did the breath work straight into the ice bath. I thought that these ladies would maybe do a minute, 2. They both knocked it out of the ballpark, 3 minutes each.
Nailed it with 3.
Well done. Good job. And
3:10 for me.
tall or short, girls, what was the feeling there in the ice bath?
Cold.
Very. Took a little bit to get used to, but once you make it past that first little bit, it really is just,
Because you said to us about 20 seconds in,
I
I'm
was
done.
like, I can't do this.
What was it? Was it Shez yelling at you going?
Yeah, and I think also just like you saying, you just need to get past this bit, and then it'll change.
Yep.
It'll just change, and it did.
Yeah.
It really did. And
Well,
then
And it gets hot.
Yeah,
it gets hot. It goes from freezing, and then
Yeah.
you just go silent hot.
That's that heat shield. You're building that heat shield. Yeah. But you said to me at 1 minute 30. So it's good to have that marker before you jump in. You said a minute and a half.
Yeah.
You doubled it. You did 3, and then you probably could have kept going too. Yeah. So I was like, I don't want to show these guys up. I'll get it out at 3. And then Shez did a dance. Yeah.
Shez did an epic dance.
She wouldn't let us capture on camera. I wish we did, but it was to, what was the song?
Let me clear my throat.
Let me clear my throat.
Let me clear my throat.
She did some great ones. I haven't seen a great one since 1983. But it's about time they bring it
Aerobics
back.
style.
With the clap as well. And they do the turn, the spin. Yeah.
Yes. Love it.
Yeah. Every guy back in when Aerobics Style was on, it was on at 6 a.m.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, I remember my sister used to do it every day.
Yeah, guys didn't do it, right? We were 14-year-old kids.
You
boys.
wanted to do it though.
No. We just watched it. We loved it. And Mum's like, what are you doing watching this? I was just thinking about getting fit. Yeah. But it was like, the chicks on the show. Yeah. 14-year-old boys, and you got us. Like, what are you doing at 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning,
Waiting for Agro's Cutting Connection.
But, that was, how do you feel now?
Really amazing.
Yeah.
I feel hot.
I feel alive.
Yeah, okay.
It's the saunas with Shay.
I'm enjoying it. The hotter the better.
Yeah, I agree. Now, look, the reason I invited both you ladies on is because I wanted to have a chat about makeup. I think it's a subject and a topic that we don't talk too much about. Especially men and women. And I think men probably, I think they're getting more up on what's happening in the world of makeup. Like, men are wearing more makeup. And I think I've seen some stats since, COVID. Things have changed massively since COVID. So more men are starting to wear makeup. I've got a few stats here. The beauty industry generates over $100 billion in revenue worldwide. The men's personal care market is projected to hit 276 billion by 2030. Skincare is projected to generate up to 177 billion by 2025. Beauty companies spend an estimated 7.7 billion on advertising in 2022. And cosmetic retailers report 17.9 billion on online sales. And then annually, nearly 900 million lipsticks are sold worldwide. So
we need to make a lipstick, Em.
I think you do. Well, 9 million and one. Yeah.
I think I need to get into, the cosmetic biz. That's really bottom line.
Well, it's a massive business. Yeah. But I want to talk about the pros and cons and also to educate the people, and especially like myself, this is going to be it's just going to be a discussion.
Yeah.
Because obviously I've got a wife, and with her I'm like, okay, we were supposed to be at the restaurant 20 minutes ago, and it's like I'll be there in 10, and she's doing her makeup, and it's like, oh shit. And so I want to sort of crack your heads open and work through why you like wearing makeup, why you don't like wearing makeup, but from a women's perspective on this, and just open up the discussion so we can understand better, I suppose, with partners as to why we wear it, but also the health benefits or not health benefits of it. So I don't know, where do we start? Do you like wearing makeup?
Well, you've
I
got
think it's pretty
the
obvious,
two
yeah, you've got
obvious, the two
opposite
opposite
ends of the
spectrum.
Yep.
I, who doesn't wear makeup, like if I go to a special event, 100%. And
Yep.
Emily, who wears makeup, like when she walks out of bed.
Yeah.
We've literally got the
Yeah.
opposite. So.
Yeah.
Have you heard Dolly Parton goes to bed all done up?
I
just in case
wouldn't
emergency?
wear it to bed. Not about
Yep.
wearing it to bed at
Okay.
all, because I'm like, got to give your skin time to breathe.
Breather. Yeah.
But definitely, if I'm going to leave the house,
Yep.
there's something on my face.
So what if
Okay.
you had a man beside you? Would you take off your face?
Not on the first couple of dates.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got to
So-
get comfortable.
How many dates in before you take the makeup off?
It depends how comfortable I feel with them.
Okay.
You know, maybe 5, 6 dates in.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So it's about that getting through that interview process and
Yeah.
getting to know the person.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All
Just
right.
feeling the comfort around feeling vulnerable, I think,
Okay.
you
All
know,
right.
with them.
Yep.
That I can be, fully myself.
Okay. All right. What about you, Shez?
Me, I don't wear makeup because I feel like if I set found the barrier really, really low,
Yep.
when I do, like, this is what people are getting. When I go to the shops, when I go to an event, like when I go to a birthday, this is what you get.
What you
So,
get is what you see is what you get.
100%. So
Yeah.
when I put on makeup,
Yep.
people are like, whoa, wow.
Yeah.
Whereas, if you wear makeup every day, I can't get better than this. This is all I've got. So
So it's about setting the benchmark really low.
really low.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Really, really low.
Really low, like what you see
Get
today.
into the cellar.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes, like I wake up, I get a lot of sleep and I look even better.
Yeah,
With
okay.
no makeup
Yeah.
on.
The old
But
natural.
if I need to do if I'm feeling a bit tired, I'll wear a little bit of eyeliner.
Yep.
That's just to make me look alive.
Okay. Yeah.
With a clear lip gloss. But otherwise, I don't wear makeup unless I just have a moisturizer, clear moisturizer, and then I just.
Yep.
If I go to an event, that's when I might put a little bit of foundation on and some
Okay.
eyes on and stuff like that. But
Is
I
that-
feel comfortable.
Is that a looking good, feeling good kind of thing going on there? Like, because I know, as I was telling you ladies before, I was doing spray tanning back in the day.
Yeah.
Felt amazing. Was really fucking shit for you.
Yeah.
Wasn't doing anything for you, but you
felt
it felt really good. And then you kind of get addicted to that feeling. And so you keep doing it, but at the detriment of your own health. So is it like, because I think all guys.
Like, I think you feel good when you spend a little time, when you brush your hair, when you, if it's...
Make a little bit of an effort.
Yeah.
And you're putting on a dress, you're putting on some heels. It's just nice to finish it all off and, feel good, look good. And
Yeah.
Walk into a room, do a twirl, and everyone go, wow. Look
Yeah,
at that, look at that
Cheryl's
breath
got a
fresh
bit
air.
of makeup on. So I don't
Yeah.
go crazy. Like, it's still
Yeah.
pretty natural what I wear. But I think it's important just to feel good in your own skin.
For sure.
And, people see you for who you are. And
Yep.
yeah,
Most
that's it.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I grew up in a family where my mum was like, if there's just one thing you do when you leave the house, put a lipstick on just to brighten
Right.
your face,
Okay.
and show that you put some effort in or whatever. And I think for me, it's definitely the look good, feel good thing.
Okay.
And, that, I get a sense of confidence in, and like the first impressions thing, I just, which is all, it's probably all very much driven by, my upbringing, and my mum
There you
worked
go.
in beauty all of her life.
Oh, there
pretty
you go.
much.
Okay. Yep.
And, like she was always, always take pride in the way you present yourself. And,
Yes.
and so I've just followed that through in my life with every single day, get up,
Gotcha.
put your face on, get out there and show up.
Yep.
It's all part of that process.
Okay. And
Yeah.
look, is your process is a fairly simple one?
So, yeah, if I'm just, like, my day-to-day is pretty
Yep.
basic, but
Yep.
if I'm going out, I'll put some real effort, do eyeliner,
Yep.
put a lot more effort into it. Like, is there a significant difference? Probably not
Yep.
in, what I look like during the day to if I was going out, but definitely I put more effort in if I'm going out for a
Okay.
night into the makeup.
So, like, from a mindset, like, how do you feel when you're going out as opposed to just going to work? Like, do you feel like, yeah, fuck, I'm on fire?
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
plays into my whole thing of just get up, get on with it,
Yep.
do the work, achieve.
It's such a normal thing for you.
Yeah.
Though. It's just part like
It's
brushing your
my
teeth.
daily routine.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah. So we've got a yin and yang here. So
Yes.
in some ways, so sort of pretty much 95% never wearing makeup? 90%?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
because I don't like it or
Yes.
hate it or have anything
Yeah.
against it. It's just because, it's just like, oh, it's another thing I've got to do. Like, I'm happy just to put on my moisturizer, like for me when I wear makeup, it just feels heavy and like thick.
Well, Em said it was part of her upbringing with a mum. What was your mum like?
Oh, my mum like wore a bit of powder and lipstick and bits and pieces, and I played with lipsticks and bits as I grew up, and I have worn it. It's not like wear it when I go to events and bits and pieces, but in a day I wake up, I literally just put moisturizer on and then I walk out the door after shower.
I've always looked at Shez and just thought she's so naturally beautiful. She doesn't need it. Do you know what I mean? Like Shez could be putting on her activewear and just going for a walk and she would still look beautiful. Do you know what I mean?
Slow motion.
It's just
But then you have to admit, you would say the same thing for Em. I have photos of Em when she's just woken up. She's like, get up. But she looks absolutely gorgeous. And just to prove this, tell me what, like we were in the car.
Have you got a photo before and after?
Oh, I have. But I've got some bad ones too, by the way. Some hungover shots.
Bad ones.
Yeah. But we were in the car on the way here and it was like, I went out without makeup on. And I was like, yeah, what happened? You have to say what happened. And this is to prove that you are so gorgeous without makeup. You don't need it. Okay, go.
Yep.
No. Well, I went to go get my eyebrows done.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to wear makeup to do it. So I thought I'm gonna shower, do my thing, moisturize, blah blah. I'm just not going to put any makeup on. And then I had a lady at the cafe come up to me and say, "You look really lovely today." And I was like, I felt it difficult to even take the compliment because I was like, well, I'm not wearing makeup.
Did she know you beforehand?
No. She just came up to me. I think I must have been wearing something as well that maybe was nice.
Yeah.
And I just hadn't done my face for the day because I intended to come back home and do my face and then go out again to my event.
Right. Okay.
I was like, just get my brows done and then, And then when I went to the beauty salon, the girl said the same thing. They were like, you look so lovely today. And I'm like, I'm not even wearing any makeup.
See what it proves? She looks naturally gorgeous. She doesn't need makeup.
But it definitely is, I think, like some sort of a shield for me of comfort.
Yes. Yeah.
And whether that's a positive thing or a negative thing, I suppose like.
So how many people are complimenting you with makeup on?
I don't know.
Could you be a bit threatening maybe with makeup on? Like when you don't wear makeup, does it soften you a bit and you can be more approachable?
I don't know. I probably couldn't answer that question quite honestly.
Because isn't that random as hell that the one day that you don't wear makeup,
and I actually thought to myself, I'm this constantly like put makeup on. I'm like, maybe in my mind I look 10 times worse than what I actually do.
Yeah.
With makeup on or off?
Off. But, maybe in my mind I look 10 times worse than what I actually do.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
We should test it. So if there's another opportunity next week, just for if you go to the shops or
Tuesdays and Thursdays, no makeup.
Just try and see if you get any compliments, and then it's because of the makeup.
Yeah.
But the other thing,
you're not speaking shit here. Like Ems is just naturally gorgeous,
and I've seen her without the makeup on. And I can genuinely, on my heart, say she's absolutely gorgeous without. Does not need it. No, but I'm not a biased mum for her child. Like I legit think you're absolutely gorgeous. But I also think for me, I also think it's so expensive.
It is.
The amount of stuff. Even you've got, like you were saying before, 12-year-old girls that are going to Mecca and all that, buying so much stuff that costs $90 for a moisturizer or this and that. Like I was going to Priceline buying like $5.
That's where I was shopping. Yep.
Like lipsticks, L'Oreal for you. I think, imagine putting together a spreadsheet of like how much money you've spent on makeup. Like that's a deposit for a house.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
100%.
Sure. Well, even I'm sure Sari won't mind me telling this, but like she's got a few. Like she wanted me to get something out of a makeup bag. And it's like, which makeup bag? Right? There's bloody 7 makeup bags here. I'm not too sure. Yeah. 3 hours later, I still can't find what's going on. So that's a lot of money worth of makeup, So,
Well, that's why, the likes of Mecca and Sephora do so well.
The billions. That's why we need to make a lipstick.
Yeah.
Well, on that topic though, like how young is too young to start wearing makeup? I'm sure like all these girls, even from like 8 to 12, like when I was 8 and 12, we were worried about was playing cricket. and
I think
sport.
it's okay to play. Like you'd get your mum's lipstick, or you'd get, when you're little, you'd get her makeup and be like, "Oh, I've got my mum's makeup on."
Yep.
But I think now, like especially from primary school, they're actually wearing it, and the fake eyelashes, and the lipstick.
It is
like
intense.
The younger girls, specifically, even guys, actually nowadays, they look like they're 17.
Yeah, well,
now.
Yeah.
We looked when we were like 14 and 12. We looked 14 and 12, in my opinion. I look at them like, oh my God, like you're ready to go clubbing.
Yeah, definitely.
You got the clubbing face on, yeah.
But they get to wear sneakers now, which is so devastating. We spent our lifetime wearing heels in the clubs, but that's another story.
I think it is about instilling and building that inner
self-esteem and confidence.
Yeah, self-esteem and confidence that you are beautiful and you don't need makeup. And, I do think that starting too young can maybe feed that. Like, I think I started wearing foundation at least, not full makeup or anything, just foundation in grade 12.
Yeah.
And I definitely think that probably starting too early does feed that negative self-confidence.
Were the people around you wearing it as well, or was it something?
Maybe a little bit more like your BB creams and stuff like that. You
weren't part of the Mean Girls Brigade, like you. No. What group were you in at school?
I was sort of in the offsider group, not the cool group, but sort of we were
not
very
stoner.
tight, very tight. There were 7 of us, and we were just super tight, really good friends.
There you go, cool.
Yeah,
okay.
Everyone wanted to be in our group, but
so they were the cool people. Oh, how lucky are we? We're sitting in the sauna with Emily Bitkow today. Jokes.
No, but we definitely, all of us got along really, really well, and I felt very true friendships.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Really true.
But I suppose in a group of 7, if someone starts something, then the rest of the group picks up on that, don't they? Yeah.
Like,
it's just like Macca's, like when you're kids. So, and you don't know what Macca's is, but generally like an 8 or 9-year-old kid, or even younger than that, someone hears about French fries and then they go to mum, we want Macca's.
Yeah.
But I think in that little cliquey group, you start to find out, you're learning, aren't you? And you start to find things out.
Influenced by others, but also the culture as well. Like nowadays it is normal for a younger child to wear makeup. Like it's normal because we've got social media, we've got TikTok, and they're seeing all this stuff from all around the world. So, that's their norm. We didn't have that. We had Snake.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, we didn't have the likes of Botox or, any of the injectables, any of that kind of thing. So,
like, we would think of that. Remember the cat lady?
Yes.
The cat lady that had all, we were like, oh my God. So and now everyone looks like the cat lady. That's normal to have the big lips. Big,
well, that was one of the other questions. Well, is it a bridgeway to, getting fillers and Botox and facelifts and nose jobs and, is it playing off that self-esteem?
Well, I think it's more it's acceptable now.
Yeah,
that is acceptable to get Botox.
Yeah,
but
like is it like the selfie? Like when the selfie first came out, adults were like, "Look at these kids taking photos of stuff. What the fuck?"
Yeah,
and then adults started taking selfies as a joke. Yeah, and I was like, we're not going to do anything with that, right? And now just everyone takes selfies.
And then it's just
the way.
But
it doesn't make it right. So do you find it's a bit like that? Like,
I think so. But it's also up to an individual what is right or wrong. I think the only thing, if it's not right, is if it's detrimental to your health. Or if it hurts or is unkind to someone.
For sure. Yeah.
But if you're happy, it makes you happy, then who are we to judge?
Yeah. Look, I mean, I get Botox and I love it. And like, I'm not about, don't fill my face with a whole bunch of, like, I just want a little bit here, there, just the bare minimum.
Give us a frown in. No, just kidding. Jokes. Are you frowning?
I'm going to own it. But, it's like when you're, like, it's just, it's, again, I think it's part of that confidence thing of, getting older, and there's all these beautiful young girls and like especially being single, and it's that whole world of you're just trying to like
look your best
your best and count and all that kind of thing, and it's I don't know, it's difficult.
I definitely think like from a guy's perspective, like I've been single my whole life until I met Sari in some ways. So I think you're always, as you said, you're trying to be in the gym, you're trying to do things to
look your best,
impress, be out there to impress. But I think now I just like wear if I'm lucky if I wear pants. Yeah. And it is just getting to that comfortability. Yeah. But
have a kid, and then it'll take you another level.
There you go.
Then you don't care if you sleep or eat. You just like wake up like a sloth.
For context, everyone home, Shez jumped in the sauna for about episode number 12 or something, and I'm like, jumping for an ice bath and and for some breath work, and she's like, no, don't be a bloody pussy. What are you doing? And then halfway through the podcast, she's like, oh, I'm pregnant. And so I was like, okay, that cat's out.
Turn off the heat. Yeah. I'm cooking my baby.
Literally bun in the oven. They're going on. Yeah. But look, I think it's an interesting chat because I think understanding, what's like, there's no right or wrong, but also there's lines I think that need to be drawn. And social media is a tough one. If you're a 10-year-old girl and you're scrolling through Instagram and all you see is beautiful people, and not only that, like this is where advertising and Photoshop and skin softeners and stuff come into it.
Face app, all of it.
Yeah, and you don't realise.
AI. No one is who they really are anymore because they're like washing out their blemishes and stuff like that. Yeah. And then you see them in real life, you're like, ooh, hello.
Yeah.
But if you're unaware of all that, you just think everyone's beautiful. Yeah. And you're not. So what's wrong with me?
But you're aware and you still wear makeup and get Botox. So.
Yeah, but I feel like...
I'm talking about 10-year-olds.
I feel like our generation has an appreciation of the fact that potentially what you're seeing on the screen isn't actually what's going on behind the screen.
Yes.
But I think the younger generation are actually struggling, or that they don't necessarily have an understanding of that, and so they see it and they take it on face value. And I think that's where there's probably a discrepancy and maybe the demise of the youth of today of where they're headed with their self-confidence. And a lot of pressure.
And then from a guy's, like a boy's perspective, like, why don't I have six-pack abs? Why don't I have a chiseled jaw? And it's like, and then it's like all these things that I don't have, instead of looking at obviously the things that you do have. But obviously at that age you're easily impressionable, and it's hard to wade through and understand that someone who's posting something, them in Hawaii drinking a mojito and they've got the six-pack abs and the beautiful girlfriend, but they could be depressed as hell,
and arguing and having
you never know what's going on in the background. And in some ways, the more I start to see those videos or stills of this extravagance I start to feel that, hang on, there's something behind it. So, and I think everyone's starting to watch enough videos and look at enough things and they're sort of self-educating themselves to pick, hang on, that person maybe isn't all cracked up to be, or so but I think when you're young, you're just bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and you just suck it all in,
And you're like, wow, they have such a great life. They're on a private plane. They're on holidays. They're doing all this cool stuff. Like, oh, we need to do that. We need to be an Instagrammer. And it's like, you go and speak to them, and they're probably the most alone people that feel so isolated, that have to keep up their facade to keep their followers and friends,
which
aren't probably real friends.
Yeah. Now, the other thing was onto health. Do you check what's in your makeup when you purchase from Priceline or L'Oreal? Because
Priceline was when I was 14.
When you were 14.
I've matured in my makeups.
I was always going to the chemist for when I was needing makeup. Yeah, but it's one of those things that I know that. Okay, so I told you the story that I was putting on spray tans. There is some nasty shit in there and I've heard this from a scientist too, and I kind of believe this, is like, if you're going to put it on your skin, you should be able to eat it because it's going to get into your bloodstream, right?
So if you that's a good point.
If you can't eat it, don't put it on yourself, and check that it hasn't got all these nasty toxins and chemicals in it. Because your skin is your biggest organ, right? So if you're covering the biggest organ, you're smothering it in some way. It's either really take care of what's in the product, make sure they're all natural ingredients, but also, I think the Dolly Parton thing and, just always having it on.
She's still...
she's
still good.
She's still going good. Yeah, Dolly Parton. She's an absolute trooper.
Rocking it.
Yeah. But so back to the spray tan thing, I knew that I felt 4%, and it's not until after the fact, not healthy. And there was something not quite right, and I was always struggling. Yeah. And when now I look back at it, it's because I covered the biggest organ in my body with chemical shit. right? And
you put paint on a fish, they can't breathe.
Spot on.
So if you put paint
that's another great
all
analogy.
over you, they can't.
Put paint on a fish.
They can't breathe.
They're not swimming upstream to that bear, are they?
Yeah.
But you're literally doing the same thing with your skin if you're putting on spray tan like every day at Dracula's. Like how are you meant to breathe except through your mouth?
Yeah. But even with that, you can you're not breathing.
Yeah.
You're not getting the full, these aren't open, the pores aren't open.
Yeah.
So, that's shutting it down. So that's why that's what with the sauna, when these things open up, to me, everything just comes alive. And that's why I kind of like humid conditions as well. I love sweating.
Yeah, I love too.
I love getting it out of the system. Yeah. But, some people hate that sort of stuff. But it's, to me, doing the cold stuff and the hot, boom, everything just comes alive, So, I think it's something just to be aware of is probably to check what's in these things to make sure.
Do you check?
No.
I think because
I try to use products that aren't too bad, but I definitely, I wouldn't be able to eat what I put on my face, that's for sure.
Okay, all right.
We should try. Where's your lippy?
No, thanks.
Let's go get a hot dog bun and we'll just put it all in the middle and see how we go.
Well, would not be tasty.
Bit of mustard on top, yeah.
I'm probably naive to think if I spend money on good quality stuff, because I don't wear it often, I'm like, oh no, it'll be good for my skin. Like the powder or whatever I use when I go out, it's Australian made. So I think, hopefully we've got it right.
Yeah. Well, look, as I was telling you girls before about how I met my wife, when I first met her, she was wearing fake eyelashes. She had Johnny Depp, Pirates of the Caribbean sort of, eyeliner. Yeah.
It makes you look like eyeliners. Yeah, Keith.
But I'm a visual person. So when I see faces, like I've seen people's faces change as well. Ricky Ponting's one, the cricket captain. I remember seeing him.
Shane Warne's changed.
Shane Warne,
yeah, big time.
When she showed me a picture of her without makeup, I wasn't too sure who that person, or I had to relearn who that person is because I was so used to this other person.
Yeah.
And obviously I knew that she had a great heart and she was a good person, but it took me a bit to realise, hang on, I'm in love with this person, not that person.
Maybe she was doing an Emily. You do the face till she feels comfortable to then show you her.
I think you're onto something. Yeah, for sure.
Her non-makeup face.
For sure. Yeah. Because look, even through that first couple of months, it's an interview phase you're going through. Like you're trying to work out who the other person is. It's not easy.
And do sometimes. I want to be vulnerable and take off?
Yeah. Now we fart in front of each other.
It's the best. I love that.
Lol.
But look, it's.
Has anyone farted in the sauna?
Yes. Sarah and I do all the time. It's off what you want to fart now.
No. I'll brew one if you want. I'm just joking. Jokes, I won't. I'll wait till we get in the car on the way home.
Thanks.
On the way out, Yeah. Okay, we're coming to the end and there it is. Yeah, let it go.
We're all coming out behind you.
You can be like, we've just done breath work. We've done the ice bath. Now we're in here.
Let it out.
Let it go. Yeah. There's no judging here.
No.
Take off your face. No, just kidding.
But where do you think the makeup things going? Do you see it? There's education's coming into play. Do you feel that the kids of today are going to be okay, or do you just think it's going to get out of control and these big companies are just going to make shitloads more money and everyone's...
I feel like the way social media is going at the moment, like, how they're trying to ban it to make younger kids. I feel like it's going to head, and how we're trying to be more natural and more healthy, but make better choices about, like, there's now, organic foods and all that sort of way.
Yeah.
I think there is a part, like makeup will always be there, but I think there is a part that will skew to the more natural the more natural way.
I agree. I do think that it's like, I feel like the generation of today also are, they're not big drinkers.
No.
They're more about
we've got 0% alcohol.
Yeah. And
I don't know
kind
one
of
of those
feel
things,
that
but anyway,
with what on par with what you're saying, that I do think that probably they're going to become quite privy to all of it, and there probably will be a big adjustment towards not wearing it, not needing it, and being who you are.
The older generation, I think, will still be the whole Botox, and because growing up with the perm, the everything's big, and
See, I think that
I actually hope so. Sorry to cut you off, but I really do hope so for the future of children.
I actually think that's not a bad point, because I think when we were 15, 16, All we were worried about doing was where we're going to get shit-faced on Friday, Saturday night, right? Yeah. Because we didn't have the internet.
Yeah.
We had big Nokia 3210s or whatever, the massive bricks in our pocket, like when we were 17, 18. But we didn't know any better. And you don't know what you don't know. Now that it's just like spot on with that, Ems, is like these kids now are educating themselves that alcohol's bad, and maybe we should just have a water or a bloody soda stream or whatever. Or if we want to have a beer, we'll have a 0%. Or if we do have a beer, we just have a couple. We're not getting absolutely blotto and having 37 beers. Yeah. So in some way, the younger generation have educated themselves on that. Alcohol. I haven't heard anyone in today's world that said, yep, my relationship's better and I can smell the roses after, alcohol, I think on all fronts, but in moderation is good. But I think, you're spot on. If they educate themselves on this stuff as well, it's like, okay, and then you can make your own decision, but, I think you see that a lot of those extreme cases, like you said, the Catwoman and stuff like that. It's like, okay, this person has gone too far, but I think, the younger generation will probably start to go, okay, maybe, take it or leave it, and
as long as there is a huge influence on social media with them, because if what you see and what you're around, you become usually.
Yes.
So if that's all you're seeing, and then your friends do it, the makeup, the eyelashes, the this, the that, the Botox, the lips, the whatever it is, then you try it, you know, whatever. Yep. So, there is the scope that for a while it may continue to grow. But, if the government do put bans and lower the level, like I think
what's going on right now? Like it's, 12-year-olds? Or
I think
under?
Is it 14 or 16?
14. Okay.
Lower it. But I think
or just no social media altogether.
I think it's no social media for under, isn't it?
Yeah, it's no social media.
Yeah, and then in schools there's no phones or social media. But I think... I think we need to learn to connect with each other. Yeah. We need to talk to each other, because you see it when you go to restaurants. Yeah. Like, people are on their phones as families.
Yeah, it's starting to get a bit sad, isn't it?
Well, it's like what you were talking about before in there with that movie. And
Idiocracy.
Idiocracy. And
Yeah. Get home and watch it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
We need to talk to each other. Like, we need to know, they need, like, Telstra or something, need to turn off, like, all the Wi-Fi and have no phones.
Yes.
So I know businesses are, like, totally... But just to be able to talk to each other, and we need Sundays back. Maybe the shops can close on Sundays so we can have family day again.
I like it.
That was cool.
Yeah. Well, Sarah just said to me, we're going on a cruise at the start of December for 5 days up to Ely Beach.
Wi-Fi.
And she said, how about we leave our phones in at home?
Yeah.
Or obviously we'll take one, but it doesn't... We turn it off as soon as we get on board. Yeah. And we're going to take one of these big cameras. So if we want to get video or stills, we've got to use the big bulky thing as opposed to this little thing. And I thought, great, let's detox from all this shit, because it's pinging, it's in your face. It's like constantly reminding you to check it.
But you're conditioned that you need it for everything. And the thing, when you said like you're going on a cruise, so I went on a cruise with 50 staff in like my previous role, and we didn't realise, because it was my first cruise as well, we didn't realise there was no phones. Not no phones, no Wi-Fi. Like, it's so limited when you're out in the sticks, like in the water. So what happened was
the sticky water.
The sticky water. For the first 24 hours, like the staff were like, oh my God, I need to contact my children. I need to contact this. Oh my God, my phone, I don't have my phone. So there was this like, oh my God, panic. My phone, I don't have it. There's no connection. Yep. And otherwise it was like really expensive if you bought it. Yep. And then literally from the second and third day, because it was a 3-day cruise, no one brought their phones out of their rooms. Yep. Everyone was talking. And by the third day, they were like, this is awesome. I wish we could do this more often. We don't have our phones. We're talking to each other. We're just being present. It was really cool.
There is something to say. Like, I met some kids they lived in basically like this Ewok village. And I've never seen such gentle, soft, but engaging kids. So, and they aren't privy to iPads, iPhones, and they haven't been that way for 19 years. And I thought, oh my God, and they're having full conversations with you, and they are looking you right in the eye, and there is a full connection there.
Because they can think.
Yeah.
It's not that zombie thing like you were talking about, how we're all turning into zombies because we're just on our phone. Like, who sits at a bus stop or anywhere in line anymore? If no one's got anything to do, we literally grab our phone and just flick. Like, we can't create anymore unless we're in the shower.
Do you know, I've been working on this for a while, is embracing awkwardness. Right. So when there's awkward moments, we tend to go to our phone to look like we're doing something, right? Because let's break that the tension. But if you actually just
embrace it
and just be part of it. It's like, I've got nothing to say, right? Let's just stand here, right? But it can be very tough for both, or if there's that really awkward situation, just surround yourself with it and not feel the default mechanism is to I've got to do something on my phone or just go with it.
Or imagine just going out and just putting your phone in your bag or whatever and just sitting there like and people be like, oh, you're weird. He's just sitting there. Is he all right? Like, you know what I mean? Because it's normal to be on your phone. Yes. So it's about making that. Yeah.
So that for all the punters at home, that film is Idiocracy. I was telling Ems and Shez about this, and I was watching it and I was laughing, but I also felt very sad about it because I thought this is the way society's going. And it was a film made about 15, 20 years ago, and it's comedy, but it's like, I can, like,
it's
the
becoming
crops,
a reality.
There's no water anymore. It's all Gatorade. It's like, okay, and everyone's watching TV and they sit in their chairs and they've got a straw to their mouth. They don't have to move anywhere. So that's kind of the way the society's going. So, look, in some ways, but this is the thing, you've got the choice too. You can either go in that direction, educate yourself, learn a little bit more, hang around people that, either fill up your buckets or not. Yeah. Do the opposite. So I think in today's world, we've got more choice. Yes. But it's being aware to, hang around. This is why I invite, both you girls in here because I love hanging around you. And I can't believe what you both did today. I would have thought 1 minute tops, 2 minutes, in the ice bar.
When I got in there, I was like, no.
So low of us. How dare
well, you've got a low benchmark.
I was because why my hat's low, so you can't see my face.
Shez, remember branding to the side.
My hair's down, so covering the what is it? Crow's feet. Those ones.
But no, it's look. Have we covered all bases here? What haven't we talked about with makeup?
I just want to say with the makeup thing, just to go back to that, like, when you got, like, we're single and you want to look your best and everything like that. I also think it's important that obviously when we see someone, that's what we see first is physical. Yeah. But I think it's also teaching the younger generation that don't forget to have someone that is wise, that can make you laugh, like all these other traits that you want, that it's not about, he's hot on Insta, he's got, like, he looks amazing, and then you meet him and you can't have a conversation. Yes. Yeah, my benchmark is that when I'm 90, I want to be in a nursing home with them and we can still laugh at each other. Because we're both going to look like shit. Unless we get Botox and we look amazing and whatever. But like literally everything's going to be sagging down to the ground. I want someone that can still laugh with me and play like a bit of checkers or chess or whatever
I've always said that about
or some AI game.
I tell you, like my parents and especially my mum's side, their saving grace is they've got a sense of humour. If they didn't, they'd be fucked.
Are they ugly?
No, but
what do you mean?
No, I mean, look, if you can't take a piss out of yourself and have a bit of fun, then
by the way, I think your mum's gorgeous.
Yeah, she is gorgeous. Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah. But see, I think also you get to an age too where now I feel like I'm a good human being. Other people might think I'm a wanker, but that's okay. But I see through all that, and I think you get to a certain age where you just see a good heart, a warm soul, a great smile, and just its energy and frequency, as opposed to visuals
and authenticity. You want someone that's real. Like, this is who I am. I'm not perfect, but this is me. You like say the good and the bad, not just I did this and I'm amazing. And
Totally. Look, I think even from I like to dress up about 4 times a year. Right, and it's generally maybe a wedding or a funeral or something, or a race day.
I was going to say race day, day of the races.
I love putting a vest on, right? Because you do, you just strut it out, you put your chest out, and I'm here, But there is something nice about dressing up and not just wearing pluggers and maybe no pants or something, Oh shit, did I put pants on today? So it's each their own, but I think there is something nice about even getting out of the mindset of. Because I think we all got a character that we play, right? And it is putting on sometimes another character. And
it might be different to different people too.
Sure.
But where you can be that same character to your parents, to your friends, to your work colleagues, you've got it
done. Yep, most definitely. I think that's a great little wrap up to the makeup conversation. Have we missed anything?
I don't think so.
I just think like Shay mentioning twice or 3 times about no pants with Sari. I reckon there's a baby coming. Is there something you want to tell us?
No,
Shay?
baby, if there would.
Remember the bees you had to do by the last time?
Shares, if there was, I wouldn't tell anyone. I'd get you in the sauna and halfway through the podcast, I'd let
We're
you know.
here! Oh my God! Congratulations!
Shay, why aren't you in the ice bath? You're not pregnant.
Sorry, where is she?
Yeah. For the last couple of weeks, my producer's been missing in action. She's always we've been having Friday sessions, and so she's either at the movies or doing something. So
there's no saunas with Shea water. She's really dropping the ball.
She's off the clock.
Yeah.
Ladies, appreciate your time. Thank you so much for coming
Thank
in.
you.
And just absolutely smashing out of the park today with the breath work, the ice bath, and then the sauna. Are you sweating a little bit now?
Oh, yeah. But I'm loving it. Thanks for having us.
Ems, could you do the honourary ladling of the water to get us out of here?
In your Paddington Bear outfit with your yellow hat and your red
Just make sure you don't burn yourself on the way through there. Now, guys at home, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you like what you see, get in touch. And if you want to come in for a sauna session with Shay, or leave some comments. If you've got any comments about makeup, let me know and I'll pass it on to the girls. But thanks, girls. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys for the next one.